stay as pretty as it usually is with all the washed out. Usually we got beautiful leaves and, nice cool, crisp temperatures. I'm happy about it. And, we're coming up here a little long for you. Just up here to skin eyes on us and, listening to our needs, hearing our folks. And, just giving us your ear for a little bit, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. And all I can say to you all is that it just must be the most horrible thing that could ever happen to this amazing community. All over western North Carolina, there is devastating destruction. I want you to know, I'm bringing a message to you from people in North Carolina that you are cared about, that people want to help. And it's important for us to, while everybody has the attention of this, we need to turn on every spigot of state and federal resources that we possibly can to help this area recover. Because there's one thing that's been consistent all over western North Carolina where I have been, is that we want to build back. We want to come back quick. And I can't promise you it's going to be quick, because we know that it's going to require significant investment. We know where water can go, so we've got to make sure that we are investing in the right way to rebuild. But we are going to rebuild. We are going to rebuild. And I thank you for the work that you all have done these last 2 weeks and for coming together like this. I brought with me a number of people. First, I want to thank Senator Heiss, and I know his work. Tomorrow, the legislature is going into session. And today I had at the Emergency Operations Center this morning, Senator Berger and House Speaker Moore to talk with them about the initial needs. And I think they're going to go into session tomorrow and to help pass some state money that will help match up with federal money to get this money flowing in here to help repair our roads and bridges. This is going to be billions and billions of dollars, unlike anything we have ever seen before, because as you know, in the mountains, it costs more, and when we're going to try to make it more resilient to this kind of water, it costs more again. I have brought with me the FEMA administrator, being Criswell. I also had with us, up until just a few minutes ago, the Federal Highway Administrator, who was with us. We just turned on the first $100 million of federal highway money. There's going to be significantly more after that. I've got with us the Secretary of Health and Human Services, Cody Kinsley, our Secretary of Department of Transportation, Joey Hopkins is here, our Secretary of Department of Public Safety, Eddie Buffalo, the Commander of the State Highway Patrol, Colonel Freddie Johnson, is with us today. We're all here taking information from people. Y'all can talk to them about specific things that you want, because we're writing it all down and working to make sure that we respond to this and pay attention to long-term recovery. You got my 100% commitment. Since 2 days before the storm, this has been at the top of my priority list. We've got thousands and thousands of federal, state employees who are helping with recovery, trying to turn, I see the people from Duke Energy are here. The Department of Transportation is working with soldiers from Fort Liberty and from the National Guard to help cut roads through to get utility crews in. And we've got down from about 1 million without power to about 130,000 or so. Those last are going to be harder. We're going to keep working, keep pushing the communications people to make sure that they are on top of this, getting oxygen, making sure we get insulin to people in places who live in places that are really hard to get to. If you all know neighbors that need help, make sure you tell your emergency management people, because we are working it through. But thank you for the work you all are doing, because you've been neighbors helping neighbors. It's been an extraordinary thing. So if y'all got any questions for me or anything that you would want me to particularly pay attention to, I know I've already gotten a number of things that I've got in my pocket from people, but y'all got something. Yes, sir.
You can help me with this, if you will, please, FEMA. As far as unemployment goes, we've got a bunch of employees like everyone else. We've got employees that have been working all week just to try to get benefits started. But from what I'm understanding, because I haven't had a chance, we've been working downtown, it's $300 a week, capped out at $12,000, something like this, plus they have to go in every week and recertify. From your experience, okay, and this is what I need to know from all of y'all, that's not a logical scenario in an area like this because of communication. Plus, everything's gone. There's nowhere to seek employment. They can't leave the mountains to seek employment. So why are we making it so hard for them to access those benefits? I don't care about me. I got 12 employees that work for me. And in this scenario, every damn one of them is going to starve without their families. Without those other people taking care of them. It's not enough money. It's not enough money. Why is it not full unemployment benefits?
Okay,
I don't know the answer to that question.
so that's the state
Right.
issue, and one that I think Senator Heiss and I need to work on.
It's important.
Unemployment should be higher here.
We've been taking care of them for all these years, and
Got it.
now
Yes.
They've got nothing.
they got nothing.
Yes.
They've got nothing, and that, it's not, nobody expects this. Okay,
No.
so we're in this, we're all in this together, and we know this, nobody's upset about it. It's
Yeah,
just a
they
matter
are.
of, we've gotta make it easier for these people to survive. It's just like my business. God willing, we figure out the funding somewhere to do it. We figure out $1.5 million it's gonna cost to rebuild my little coffee shop,
Our building.
okay? But all of these employees, once I even get to that point, will be gone. I've got no way to retain them.
Yeah,
They'll have to find other jobs. Hopefully they will. That's the big thing. Hopefully they will find, other jobs. But being cut off from the lower part of the mountain to where people can't leave, it's just not feasible. It's not feasible to go out and look for a job. There are no jobs right now to look for. So I know that's a state thing, but I think in these
Well,
situations.
I can tell you too, that we're looking at some potential emergency orders that would cut some of that.
Red tape out of it.
To try to help with this situation.
Okay.
And we're, like I said, gonna go into session in General Assembly, we're gonna look at all of these kinds of things. Things for small businesses. There's the SBA, which provides some business loans, but I think in situations that you all are in, you're probably gonna be looking at some, more rather have some grants.
yeah, we
We
can't
can't
do
It'd be nice.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
And you've heard that, Aaron.
I mean, I know, but.
You've heard that
can't do
everywhere.
We're too
And it
old.
won't, well, in a small town, as you know, and you've heard this elsewhere, you can't take a loan of $1.5 or $2 million
Yeah.
and expect with interest and ever
3.5.
think to repay that money.
Yeah.
It would never
Never
happen.
happen.
There's not enough revenue for that.
No.
But we know you're aware of that, but that's just the small
And
businesses.
This is a really unprecedented thing, and for you all particularly, when this happened at the beach, everything's spread
Sure.
out, and it's, not to say that it's easy there.
No.
But it's a lot different.
Sure.
And what has happened here with how hard it is, it's hard to get up to Burnsville or anywhere, or Spruce Pine on a beautiful day,
Right.
that's before the disaster. So, there's a lot that we need to do with infrastructure, building this place back up so that we can get the economy going again. But temporarily, I agree with you that we've gotta have some more resources. And we'll continue to.
We've got to look out for those people that just aren't gonna have the access.
That's right.
To be able to find jobs.
Yeah.
We've got to take care of them.
This is unprecedented.
Because if we don't, they're gonna leave our area, and we can't afford for them to leave our area.
And
We
I'll
need
tell you,
them. We need them.
people all over the state have emotional ties to Western North Carolina, because almost all of us, I grew up in Eastern North Carolina, we live in Rocky Mountain. But I'll never forget coming to the mountains. I have this special part of me emotionally, and seeing a lot of these places that I've visited all my life just destroyed is something emotional about that. But also on the other side, it's critical to the economy of our state.
Right.
For Western North Carolina to be strong and for tourism to be strong here. So I think you're gonna see some support across the state to say, we gotta come help our neighbors. It's not gonna be miraculous and it's not gonna be immediate, but there's gonna be a real effort to do
Well, what's
that.
already happened here is miraculous.
Yeah.
That's
Truly.
what we have to keep in mind, because it really is. People in this community, people from outside of this community that have come in here already to help us, has been a godsend. greatest thing in the world, the best, I've never met so many good people this week, so that in itself is
I had a
blessing.
ton of customers that had all the time. They've been right.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Our customers have been
Our
too.
customers have been
Yeah.
wonderful.
Grateful.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts or questions?
Mr. Governor.
Yes, sir.
Wayne Baker, Township of Spruce Pine.
Yes, sir.
Our biggest issue right now in terms of infrastructure, has to do with water and sewer.
Right.
As you know, we're out of a sewer system, wastewater treatment system. So we're gonna be pushing some things through whether it's, EOC requests.
Yes, sir.
And happy to see, Ms. Leanne here as well.
Yeah.
Glad you showed up.
We've got dozens and dozens of water systems that are down for various reasons across the west. And we know about yours, and we're gonna do everything that we can to leverage the funding to do this. And look, let's take an opportunity here. A lot of these systems were old and started.
Very true,
All right?
very true.
And a lot of these systems, people out here have been trying to get the help to rebuild them and renovate them anyway. So being the Presbyterian elder that I am, I gotta try to find something positive out of something negative. So the positive thing is, here's an opportunity to rebuild something in the way that it should be done anyway. Knowing the force of the water. So.
At this point, we've got 20% of our water supply back online.
Yes, sir.
It's already creating issues with our sewer. We're needing something temporary very, very quickly. Just wanted to make that need known where it counts.
You got folks writing down.
Thank you.
The biggest, I guess, that you've heard this all over Western North Carolina, small towns, is, we're not corporate driven.
Right.
So that's a different animal.
It is.
Just to reiterate that, don't forget us,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
mom and pop, that's what drives this economy, that's what drives the economy.
Backbone of our economy.
Yeah, it really is.
We
So
kept it
the
going there,
resources
so
that-
that we need, that those folks need, that our employees need, is, again, we're not on a corporate level where we can tap into fundings, and so, just do what you can for us, please do, I don't know what kind of programs are out there, and this is unprecedented, so maybe
It's
if
time for a
they're
new
not there,
program.
maybe it's a time to revisit that.
Time
as
for a
well.
new program.
But thank you for all you are doing,
Yeah.
No, I
infrastructure wise and all that, really appreciate it.
It's okay, I wanna hear it all.
Yeah.
And I do wanna hear it all, because that's what we're here for, is to do what we can. I can't overpromise, but what I can do is promise you our very, very best I think we can be innovative. I think this is the most complex response and recovery situation in the history of our state, by far. There's never been anything like that. So now it's time to be creative. And now it's time to do some things that you wouldn't color outside the lines of those right now. So that's what we'll
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Now, there,
Mayor.
Charles Vines, Mayor of Bakersville. We're an elderly community, it's a little over 400. And, in the previous 2 weeks, we've been able to get water back on. And today, we got the last five households on there. Our biggest issue is we can't process waste.
Yes.
So that's our major concern right now.
Yes, sir.
And like I say, we have a very elderly community, small population. But, that's our biggest concern at the present time, is being able, because everybody knows flush commodes and stuff like that, ultimately the manholes are gonna fill, the tops are gonna come out of them. So we're trying to work that off and see, keep that from happening, so. But just keep us all in mind, which I know you will.
Well,
Appreciate you.
smart man's already given me something to put in my back pocket, and not what you think. That didn't come out right. So, this is his list.
I promise you, there's no green.
I don't think there's anything else in
No
there.
green stuff in
Small
there.
list.
Oh, it's a big list. All right. Yes, sir. All right.
And Governor Cooper. Yes, sir. Philip House, Mayor. I know we met out here and talked a while, and I do appreciate you coming to Spruce Pine. And like Wayne told you, we're beginning to get some water services back. Our water treatment plant's intact. Our water distribution system is, we're gonna find out what it's like when we turn some water on. But it's wastewater, and we've got to get some type of temporary facility to treat some wastewater.
Absolutely.
We just, that's Bakersville, that's us, and with FEMA, whoever, that's the only way we're gonna get. We're poor towns. We ain't got millions of dollars to go out here and put back in a wastewater system or a water system, either one. Without help, like Spruce Pine ain't gonna come back without help. So just, I appreciate you coming, but I just want you to know, Mitchell County and Spruce Pine and Bakersville all needs help.
Yes, sir.
They do.
Thank you for that.
And I don't know if there's a representative from Quartz or Sabelco here, but, you know, you mentioned that the state's not the same without us. Well, without those mines out there, the global semiconductor industry comes to a halt.
We're gonna head out there right after we leave.
Yeah.
We're gonna go and talk with them because, you know, we want businesses like that to stay here.
Yeah.
And to continue their investment in these communities, because I think they were like 500 jobs, and when, you know, how many small business contracts they got with all of that, we know that that's.
Can I add one more thing to that?
Yes, sir.
Both of us, Sabelco and Quartz Corporation, both have dedicated tremendous amount of equipment and employees and paid them all.
They
And
gave
they're still
2,500
working.
bucks to just to help them with expenses, my understanding of the deal.
And they're still, Quartz Corp's got a crew on my dam road right now with 2 track hose bulldozers and 3 utes hauling gravel, putting my road back to there. And Sabelco has given us generators, everything we need. This mining industry stepped up here.
They've been grateful for us. We have a laydown yard up there that we've been able to come in and lay our poles off, just because our small little facility here is not used to this type of work and infrastructure rebuild in a week's time, so.
And we're grateful for you guys coming in and doing the utility repairs, because that's dangerous work.
Amen.
Yeah.
I just got power back on because of the work that y'all did, and Joey, your DOT guys helping to cut the ways through and working with them. Appreciate that. Thank you for that. We got crews here from all over the country who are working to help in a coordinated way. Grateful for all of that. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. I'm sorry, but I'm also encouraged because I see your determination. I see how desperate you are, but I know that you're determined to want to build this community back. I think it's important for us to try to help.